Hello, my name is Kyle Pounds, and I'm here to talk about the Rapture. Somebody gave me an email the other day and said something about the Rapture, so I was like, Rapture. Maybe I speak of Rapture. Rapture. I'm not talking about the Rapture though as like a scholar, so I'm just don't get all like, ooh, he's gonna tell me about the Rapture. Because it's not like that. I'm just gonna talk about what I think of the rapture. Because so I'm not raised as a Christian. I was raised as a Buddhist, so I wasn't raised to believe in the rapture. So I'm not gonna, but I do understand, I think, what the Christian idea of the rapture is. And that's like at the end of the world when Jesus comes back, he takes all of the good Christians who profess their allegiance to him up into heaven to be with him, and then everybody else has to stay on earth to go chatter at the teeth and all that, or go to hell and burn for eternity in the stinking hellfire, screaming or something like that. So, well, that doesn't make any sense to me. So, but I mean, I don't like to just like poo-poo the idea. It's better to just transform an idea that doesn't make any sense to you. And that's what I do if I'm talking to like somebody, some religious person or a new philosophy guy or whatever, and trying to explain me something. I go, oh yeah, you mean this? And they're always like, no, I mean this. And I'm like, oh, you mean this? So basically, that's what I'm doing. I'm going, oh, okay, the rapture. Well, actually, I think the New Age people have kind of an idea similar to the rapture. And I actually kind of like that idea, and I think maybe that's what what's his name was talking about. Was it Mark who talked about the rapture in Revelation, or was it Matthew? I guess who talked about it in some time. But maybe they did have a vision, or they had some communication with a spirit or an alien that told them about something. So this is what basically my take of the rapture is. Now I don't believe what the Christians believe, that all of the dead bodies of the people who were Christians before get to rise up, like Dawn of the Living Dead or something, walk around, have their life back, or you go to heaven to the eternal body. Because I don't really understand what Christians mean by heaven, because they never explain it at all. I guess so. Basically, what my idea of rapture would be and also what I understand of the New Age religion of rapture is like um, you have to take in reincarnation. Pretty much every philosophy that I have, and anything I explain about anything religious or philosophical, you have to take in reincarnation, because without that, there's really no base to it. So what I'm thinking about reincarnation is like since the beginning of time, we've only had so many people in the world. I don't know how many, what was it, like 5-6 million people on the whole planet or something, and then it steadily has been growing up since the industrial age and all that, and then it's been going exponentially since I guess the turn of the century, um, or at least since the end of World War II. Now we've got the 6 billion people, so it's like if you believe in reincarnation, you can't believe that all 6 billion of those people have been living here since for all of the ages. Um, so where did those souls come from? Did they come from another planet? And if they came from another planet, well, wouldn't that other planet be void of souls right now? Did that other planet have it? Or maybe they came from other planets that had cataclysms and somebody needed new souls, and so all the souls just came to the earth or something. That's a possibility. Or there's another possibility, which I'm kind of leaning towards myself, and it's that these people, all the people who are living in the world right now, these new people have been animals. They're kind of got upgraded to become humans, and so they're being first-time humans now. So, and that kind of explains why there's so much confusion going on in the world right now, because there's just so many young souls. And it also gets you away from having to be a racist, because you could be like, well, how come these Africans are shooting each other and killing each other, and how come all these people are fucked up in all these third world countries and fucking each other over and being idiots? They must be inferior genetics with those black people. And well, that's not fair. I don't actually believe that. I think all humans basically have the same genetics, um, and they're all the same level. There's nobody superior to the other. So why are these people so stupid? Well, you could go in and give all sorts of socio-economic reasons. That's another video though, so I'm not going to get sidetracked. But or maybe it's just that they're young souls and they're just basically animals in human bodies. And that's actually the impression that I have gotten traveling through third world countries. I've traveled through 43 countries, and I've traveled for 10 years, and a lot of the times I go to these third world countries in the ghetto, and it's basically like talking to an animal, and they have no concept of past life or anything outside of their little world. They just don't have any concept, so maybe they're animals, and they're just first-time humans. And so basically, so the rapture, as far as New Age is concerned, is that the Earth is going to be a utopia, obviously, with all of our technology. You have to admit that. It makes perfect sense. If we have technology and we can make videos, share our ideas, and we're going to pretty soon automate everything. So we're going to not really have to work that much pretty soon. We're going to ease out of a economy that is consumeristic, because we're all going to have enough money to buy everything. We're all going to have everything pretty soon that we need. So we're going to be focusing on new things, bigger and better things, helping each other and educating, having an economy based off education and having world peace. But how can we have world peace if you've got a bunch of first-time humans out there who just can't handle it? People who just don't understand, who've got this Machiavellian philosophy. They can understand watching out for their family, but anything beyond that, just it makes absolutely no sense to them. And apparently there's no way to even explain that to them. So maybe what will happen is, I don't believe in any kind of cataclysm that will happen, but maybe what will happen is those souls, when they die, they won't be allowed to be reincarnated back on this planet. Maybe this planet will rise to a certain vibration where they will just not vibe with it and won't reincarnate on there. So why are they reincarnating on here now? Because we haven't gotten to the new vibration yet. We have to get to the new vibration, and then they go and reincarnate on another planet that is like how our planet was thousands of years ago. With fiefdoms and cavemen and this, that, and the other thing. And they'll just magically go to these planets and appropriate these planets that need new people, and so they go there. So I guess there's two possibilities to the rapture. Is that we've got all these new people now who are just coming from other planets, so most of the third world people aren't new souls. Or possibility B is they are new souls, and then they have to get reincarnated on another planet. And that can take them. So maybe it's kind of a mixture of those both possibilities. But I think the Earth is going to have, well, obviously it's going to, when we have the utopia, we cannot be having primitive souls and reincarnating on this planet. So it'll kind of be like, like if you have oil and water, oil being good, on the top, and water is bad. It'll be like an oil planet, and we just don't have room for those people. So will the Earth inhabit 6 billion people or more in the future? I think so. I think the Earth can inhabit at least 6 billion or more in the future. So basically, at the end of the day, I have not completely baked my ideas on the rapture. There's two possibilities that I already talked about. So maybe it's a mixture of the two. But as far as Jesus taking people with him to some heaven and then everybody else burning here, doesn't make any sense to me. So if it makes sense to somebody else, I'd love it if you give me a video response or write something and explain it to me. But if you do that, understand, I will answer you with possibly some more questions. So you might want to think about going the distance with me if you do that. So that's about it. What I think about the rapture.